Hi, how are you out there? Yesterday I forgot to read the best verse from Matthew. We're in Matthew chapter 8, verses, I don't know, 23, 24, 25, 26. And I forgot to read or verse 27. But men marveled. They were astonished what manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? What do you marvel at? What are you fascinated with? Oh, we all have things where, oh, wow. What is it? Something in yourself? Something in this world? Or when you read the Word of God, friends, do you marvel at the awesomeness of Jesus? I remind you before you mock that, you will stand before Him someday. You can't escape it. You have no choice. You will die. Friends, you can try as hard as you can. The doctors and the scientists will try as hard as they can, but you will die. And you have no say over the matter. You will stand before Jesus. You can mock him, you can laugh and think you're cool behind your keyboard all you want. But you will stand before Jesus. I would encourage you, open up your heart. If you simply would ask him, say, Jesus, I think this is stupid. But if you're real, make yourself real to me. Friends, he will. He's not offended. He doesn't get hurt. He doesn't get his feelings hurt like you and I do. You know why he's not offended? Because he has no pride. You and I get offended. We throw temper tantrums because we're so arrogant and full of pride. We got temper tantrums going all across the country because we're so arrogant and full of pride. We didn't get our way. I'm going to stomp my feet. Well, friends, if you're a Christian, you never get your way and you're happy about it. Because your eyes aren't fixed on you and the way you want or the way you hope it would be or anything. Your eyes are fixated on Jesus, and you live in awe of him. In awe of him. The choice is yours, but you will stand before him. You will meet him someday, and you'll have nothing to say. You'll have nothing that you'll be able to accuse him of. No fault that you'll be able to find in him. They marveled. They marveled. And this next story, true story, friends. And when he was come to the other side into the country of the Gergesenes, there met him two possessed of devils. Oh, you got power, friends? You're close to Jesus? All you're studying? You think you know God? You think you're so holy and so on fire? Go up against some devils, would you? Find some people that are possessed by devils and go up and introduce yourself. We can sit here online and argue doctrine all we want. Well, I don't argue doctrine. Dumb people do that are arrogant and self-righteous. They stitch videos and mock other people. Why? Because you have no life and you don't know God and you think you're called to be God's discerner. You want to do something for God? Go find some demon-possessed people. Let's see how well you know God. Because it ain't about the knowledge that you have stored up in your head. It's about the power. The closer you are to God, the more power you'll have. Go introduce yourself to some men that are possessed by demons on the street. Don't sit behind your keyboard, type out a few things. Yeah, I showed them. I showed them. You think we do it? We do it all over America. We think we're so on fire. We think we're so in love with Jesus. I want to see these pastors and some of you people out there. I want to see you go up to some demon-possessed people. Legions of demons. Full of demons. And set them free. You're so close to Jesus. You know Jesus so well. Go set them free. Speak the word to them. Lay your hands on them. Cast the devils out of them. I love this story. I love this story because I was an evil man. I was such an evil, selfish man. And one day, Jesus introduced himself to me. I wasn't looking. I wasn't searching. I didn't want nothing. I didn't even know God. I didn't want nothing to do with him because I didn't know it. I didn't know nothing about a God. I didn't know anything. Wasn't raised in church. I didn't know any Christians growing up. No one ever witnessed to me. Nothing. Although there was one girl that I was trying to date. And it was a challenge because somebody said she was a Christian and I guess I did know one Christian, and she said, I'll go out with you. I'll take you to a Bible study. I said, okay. I went there. I had no idea what they were talking about. Well, I never went out with her again. But after I got saved, I went back to that Bible study, and I understood everything. So you might be where I was, friends, 30 years ago. Nothing that I say makes sense to you, and that's okay. Just ask Jesus to introduce himself to you. Can you just humble yourself and do that little thing? That's not much. That's not much, friends. Just ask Jesus to introduce himself to you. He'll change your life. He'll do more in your life than you ever thought possible, friends. He'll love you to the nth degree. He'll wrap his arms around you. He'll set you free from the power of the devil. See, you're either in love with God or you're in the bondage of the devil. Well, one or the other, friends. You're not out there on your own, living your own life. You're captive. You don't even know you're captive. That's what makes it worse. But that was me. I was captive. I didn't even know I was captive. And one day, Jesus came up to me. And he said, I will never lie to you, ever. And in that one sentence, I just started weeping uncontrollably. And my friend that was standing next to me said, would you like me to go get the pastor? And I was like, sure, I guess. Pastor came over, asked me if I'd like to invite Jesus into my heart and give my life to him. I said, absolutely. And man, I fell on the ground. I laid there. I don't know how long I laid there, but I felt all the weight of the guilt. All of it just leaving me. And behind it was coming this huge, like just this, you know when you're hot, you're working outside, it's hot out here where I live. And you come inside and you take this nice, cool glass of water and you're just like, oh, that's so good. I remember distinctly what it felt like when I was laying there, just crying and crying. And then when I felt it leave my feet, I just started laughing. I had so much joy I never experienced before. I'm curious to ask these two men, what was the joy like? You were possessed by legions of demons, and in a moment, they were gone. What was that feeling like? It says they were sitting there in their right mind. Just, could you imagine that? Isn't Jesus wonderful? He's absolutely wonderful that he can take people like me and these two men and set them free because of his love for me, for them, for you. He loves you that much. He wants to speak a word. You might not be bound by demons. You might be bound by something else. But he wants to speak a word tonight. into your inner man and woman and set you free.